Hi, I'm Zach, and this is Challenger Vedic Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the channel. Alright, so today we're talking about Jupiter transiting conjunct, meaning over, or trine your planets. And if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out me in the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box and the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, so Jupiter transiting over or trine your planets. So first off, what does that mean? Well, first off, we're using Parashari and we're using Nadi. So this means Jupiter would be in the same elemental sign, meaning 1, 5, or 9 places away. So if you have a planet in Aries, Jupiter would have to be in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Same with the other placements. But this influence of Jupiter and of the other planet on Jupiter, both are going to be impacted. That takes place when they are within 7 degrees of each other, meaning 3 degrees before, the same degree, and 3 degrees after. Okay, now, what does Jupiter represent? Jupiter is life. Jupiter is you. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is blessings and prosperity. Now, by prosperity, I don't mean wealth. Jupiter doesn't care about wealth. That's Venus. No, Jupiter just cares that you have enough to eat and you'll be able to live. That's what Jupiter cares about. Okay, so not only is Jupiter going to be affected, meaning you, but your other planet that Jupiter is transiting over or trine from will also be affected by Jupiter. It's like a mutual aspect. Alright, so now let's talk about Jupiter transiting over or trine your Sun. Let's talk about Sun's impact on Jupiter first. Now, this is Sun impacting, transiting Jupiter. So, with this, you'll interact more with your father, with your first child. There will be more interaction there. With children in general, but first child mainly. Like, especially if your first child's already moved out, you normally, don't get to talk to them very often. There will be more interaction there. You'll also see that you may have more dealings with the government. Like, for instance, with this, you can get more, like, traffic tickets. Or have to go to government offices more often. Like, that involvement with the government takes place. But here, Sun is status. Sun is kingly. So what does that mean? Now you can rise to high status. Fame can come to you. High position can come to you. You could get involved in government yourself if you have those placements. Now, let's talk about Jupiter's influence on the Sun. So, this is good. This means your father, your children in particular, your first child, their lives will be blessed by Jupiter during that time period. There will be expansion within their lives, meaning, yes, they could gain weight, but also you could see that they, have more going on. Like, their lives become more fulfilled during that time. Maybe they, obtain more wisdom. Maybe they meet a guru, a mentor. With this, you'll also see Sun is ego, pride, anger. You'll notice these traits in yourself will be expanded during this time. There's an expansion of that. But yeah, the best thing about this transit, definitely very good for rising in status for you personally. Now, and remember, that's when Jupiter is transiting over or trine your sun. Okay, now let's talk about moon. So, when Jupiter is over or trine your moon in transit, let's talk about moon's influence on the sun, or on Jupiter, sorry. Okay. But moon's influence on Jupiter. So, with this, now moon is influencing you. First off, you're going to see that you want to travel or have to travel, one or the other. Because moon moves the most often of all the planets in space, planetary bodies. Don't nitpick me. Alright. But we see that taking place. Also, we see more involvement with your mother and with your oldest daughter, if you have one. Or, older sister is what I meant. There we go. Gets confusing. But, yes. More involvement with your mother and your older sister. Okay. Because older sister is the one that mothers you when your mother's not around. There's the logic. Okay. Now, with this, you'll become more emotional. Moon is emotions. So you'll also be more emotional. Also, you will want food. Now, meaning you'll have more of a taste for like luxurious foods, sweet foods. Think about it. It's like your mother, baking cookies for you. That's what moon's influence does to Jupiter. Now, Jupiter's influence on the moon. Well, mother and older sister will gain weight. But also, their lives will expand. They'll be more fulfilled. Blessings will come into their life. They could meet a guru, a mentor. Also, travel comes into play for them. Why? Jupiter rules the 9th and 12th house originally. Both are tied to travel. And I forgot to mention it was Sun, but yes. With Sun, father and first child would also like to travel. Okay. But with this, we also see appetite increases. Why? Well, Moon is exalted in Taurus. Moon considers Taurus its home. So, with Jupiter impacting the Moon, expanding the traits of the Moon, yeah, you'll have more of an appetite. Also, that mutual influence, Jupiter expands your emotions. You become more emotional. Not just because of Moon's influence on Jupiter, but also Jupiter's influence on the Moon. Okay. Now, let's talk about Jupiter transiting over or trine Mars. Okay. So, Mars' influence on Jupiter. You become more physically active. Now, this can be positive, this can be negative. When you're more physically active, you tend to injure yourself more. And with Mars being trine Moon, Mars' cuts, burns, accidents, bruises, broken bones. So, those things can happen. Now, a little remedy for those that are worried about those things, get blood work done. If you get blood work done, that kind of mitigates this. Because Mars is tied to blood. Blood is being shed. But this way, it'll be positive. Hopefully, you'll find out you're in good health. Okay. But with this, we also see more interaction. with your boyfriend or husband if you're attracted to men, with your younger brothers, because Mars is younger brothers as well. Okay. Now, what about Jupiter's influence on... Oh, yeah, Jupiter's influence on Mars. There we go. All right, so boyfriend, husband, younger brothers. Now Jupiter is influencing them. They will gain weight. You'll see that taking place. There will be expansion in their lives, blessings and fulfillment in their lives, more so than usual. Also, with this, now this is more Mars influence on Jupiter, but yes, this is the time you can meet a potential boyfriend. For those that are attracted to men. Okay. But Jupiter's influence on Mars, you'll also see your boyfriend, husband, younger brothers. Travel comes into play because Jupiter originally rules 9th and 12th house. Also, they could meet a mentor, a guru. But also, Jupiter represents your children. So once again, Mars' influence on Jupiter. You can see children can deal with accidents. Children could be more active. Now, let's talk about when Jupiter is over or trine Venus. So, with this, let's talk about Venus's influence on Jupiter. So, Venus is luxury, wealth, money. Venus is cash. So with this, money increases. Also, Venus is your younger sisters. So you can definitely have more interaction with your younger sisters. But also, Venus is women in general. It's girlfriend, wife. So, for those who are attracted to women, this is the time you can meet someone. Remember, that 7-degree orb. Now, even if you're attracted to men, though, Venus is relationships in general. So, relationships can become active when Jupiter is trine Venus. But this isn't guaranteed. Dasha is most important. Far more important than transit. But you will at least be hopeful about getting into a relationship. And there is a more likely possibility of that. But to really know, we have to look at your birth chart. Okay. But yeah, also, like I said, money comes in. At least more than you were making before. You feel luxurious. Also, this is the time you can get a car or a home. Because in Nandi Nadi, Venus represents both. Okay. Now, what about Jupiter's influence on Venus? Or, actually before that. Also, Jupiter is children. So, children can also receive more money. Children could get into relationships. Children could get a car or a home. Okay. Now Jupiter's influence on Venus. Okay, so with this, expansion of money. Expansion of the home if you already have one. Meaning you could renovate your home, get a bigger home. Here you can definitely see, your younger sisters, your wife, girlfriend, they'll gain weight. Expansion in their life takes place. They feel more fulfilled. There are the blessings of Jupiter taking place there. So their life improves, for the most part. Also, they could travel, because Jupiter is the original 9th and 12th lord. They could be a mentor, a teacher, a guru. But overall, yeah, this is a great mutual aspect taking place. Jupiter transiting over Trine Venus. But now, let's talk about Mercury. So, first off, Mercury's influence on Jupiter. Even though I'm like bouncing around between the influences, I'm trying to keep it straight. Alright. So, Mercury's influence on Jupiter. Mercury is your maternal aunts and uncles, it's your cousins. So, you can see more interaction with them. This is a time when you will receive more education because Mercury is the student. Student wants to learn. And especially Jupiter, the mentor, teacher. So now, education becomes active. Your cousins, your maternal aunts and uncles, they could travel, they could meet a guru. Also, Mercury is business. So a person will be more inclined to do business during this time. But that doesn't guarantee you will do business. You have to have those placements in your birth chart. Or in your Navamsha even. Now, Mercury is also friends. So everything I said about maternal aunts and uncles and cousins also applies to friends. Also, you will have more interaction with your friends. Now, Jupiter's influence on Mercury, your friend circle, your friend group, will expand. Also, your friends, your cousins, your maternal aunts and uncles, they'll gain weight. It will happen. But blessings come in their life. Expansion takes place in their life. There's more fulfillment in their life. Also, if you're in business, business grows during this time as well. Okay. Now, Jupiter over or trine from Jupiter. Okay, so children could gain weight. Same thing with the guru. There's an expansion that takes place in their life. The blessings of Jupiter come in. But also, Jupiter is you. This all also applies to you. You gain weight, those blessings come into your life. This is your Jupiter return. Possibly. But trine also has the same impact. Although I will say the return is a little more impactful. Because with the Jupiter return, you're going to see that influence of Jupiter brings more significant change. That happens once every 12 years or so. Okay. But yeah, definitely you, your children, your guru could travel, could meet a guru, and yes, of course, your guru has a guru. Who do you think taught them? Okay. But, yeah, overall, this is great. Now, let's talk about when Jupiter is over or trine Saturn. So, with this, you're going to see expansion in career takes place. Expansion in your work. Expansion in the karma that you have to perform, meaning you have to work harder. You have to perform action during this time. You can't rest on your laurels. You have to do things. Whether it's through your career, whether it's for your family, whether it's for the world at large. Saturn will not let you rest. You gotta work. Also, Saturn's going to make you feel more responsible. Responsibility will come on your shoulders with this. There can be interactions with a lot of people, especially older people. Also, Saturn is government, so that, dealings with the government can also take place. Saturn is your older brother, your paternal aunts and uncles. So you'll see that there's an expansion that takes place in their life. The blessings of Jupiter coming in. You'll see that they will gain more weight as well. They could meet a mentor, a teacher, a guru. They could travel. Because of Jupiter originally ruling the 9th and 12th house. But this is a great time for career. That is the really big thing with this. Career experiences that expansion. Now, for the rise in status, that you have to look at Sun. But career grows, career expands, work expands, which will lead to that rise in status. And, well, hopefully. Okay. Alright, now, Jupiter over or trine Rahu. Okay. So, with this, Rahu is confusion. So, you, your children, your guru, there will be confusion that takes place there. It's like this fog comes over you and the people I mentioned. But Rahu is rapid expansion. So, with this, yeah, you could gain weight. Same thing with your children. Same thing with your guru. Also, there's a foreign element that comes into play. Maybe you travel to a foreign place. Maybe you're meeting more foreigners, dealing with more foreigners. Now, with this, I don't know if I should really mention this. It's not... I'll mention it. Alright, you may come across more cats. Even lizards. I don't know, maybe you have a lot of geckos or something outside your house. Leave me alone. On your property. But, Rahu gives a blessing whenever you come across a cat when this takes place. Now, I'm not saying you have to adopt the cat. Don't unless you want to take care of a cat. But when you come across a cat, that's Rahu giving you a blessing. Okay. Now, with this though, there is a negative. Of course, Rahu's a malefic. And that is, you will see, there could be some infections. Rahu is also disease. These things can also take place as well. So, just be careful, consult your doctor. Especially if, something like that happens. Okay. But now, Jupiter, over or trine Ketu. So, with this, first off, there's going to be some negative things here. Ketu is probably the most malefic. You might want to say Mars or Saturn, but I'd say it's Ketu. Ketu's job is to cut and break things in your life. That doesn't sound that positive. Ketu's job is to separate you from this world because Ketu wants you to care about the other world. The world after life. The other side. So, safe to say, for the living, doesn't really sound that great. But, you will experience breaks in life during this time. There will be difficulty that comes into play. Similar to Saturn, but with Saturn, there's more positives that come into play. Ketu does have positives, though. We'll get to them. But there will be those breaks. Not just for you, but also for your children, for your guru. There will be those breaks that come into play. Those difficult circumstances. And these are all tied to past life karmas. And no, I don't know what your past life karmas are. I don't even know what mine are. But those will come into play. Now, with this though, you'll also see more spirituality comes into play. Meaning your children can become more spiritual. You can become more spiritual. Your guru could become more spiritual. With this, you can also see there could be, separation from the guru, separation from children. Now, don't look at this as a negative. This could be children moving out of your home. Maybe you want that to happen. This can be a good thing. Also, there will be more involvement with the occult. Children could become interested in the occult. You could become interested in the occult even more than you were. I'm assuming you're already interested because you're watching me. Okay. Also, same thing with the guru. Okay. And if you weren't interested in the occult before, this could be the time when a person becomes interested in the occult. Now, another good thing, Ketu is dogs. So, when you come across a dog, when Jupiter is over or trine Ketu, blessings come in your life. And I love dogs. So don't be too mad at Ketu. Alright. But yeah, that's what I have for all of you. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. Really helps out me and the channel. To be notified whenever I release a new video, be sure to hit the bell icon and select all. And if you'd like a Vedic Sidereal birth chart, a personal tarot reading, or an astrology consultation, the links to those will be in the description box in the comments below. And if you'd like to donate to help support the channel, the links to those will be in the description box as well. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.